Hey, so here we are on day 83. We're going to be taking a look at Ubersuggest for our blog, and we're going to be addressing each one of these issues, or we're going to be talking about each one of these issues and how we can address them. Of course, we are on day 83, and I'm not trying to let off the gas as we create content. Here you can see all the content that we've created for the site universeunriddled.com, or that we've let ChatGPT create for us to get to the point where we are now, headed towards 10,000 impressions. But I wanted to pause and just take a look at where we are and what these ranking tools that are out there on the internet can tell us about our site. And I'm starting today with Ubersuggest. The first issue here is one issue with no sitemap XML to optimize interaction with bots. Now, that issue we addressed way back when we started off, and we do not have a traditional sitemap for the blog using Grooveblog. We do have a sitemap for our pages, which are hosted on GroovePages. And again, we explained all that and we covered all that back in day 1, 2, or 3. Check those out. Check out all that technical information that we went through, but understand that we're using feed.xml. And just real quick, we'll dive into that setting here inside of Grooveblog. That's under settings, and under RSS setting, there's an RSS feed here for all posts. And that feed URL is right here, universeunriddled.com feed.xml. And we were able to give that to Google Search Console to act as our sitemap, and it works, it updates. We've seen that, obviously. If you check out the pages that we have indexed to include the blog post, we have 101 pages and post indexed. So that first SEO issue, we're just going to skip over. The next one is 102 pages have multiple meta tag descriptions. I'm not sure what this issue is, but you can see here the SEO issue. What is this? Having more than one meta description tag on a page makes it difficult for search engines to know what the content is about, or if the content will be a good fit for people who are performing searches. Having only one meta description tag per page will give you a much better chance at ranking in search results. How do we fix it? Make sure that every page you post on your website has a unique meta description that is both relevant to the content on the page and one of a kind. Wait, that's just confused me. Have multiple meta description tags. Having more than one meta description tag in a page makes it difficult for search engines to know what the content is about. How do you fix it? Make sure that every page you post on your website has a unique meta description in both the relevant. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click start on this to see what it's telling us we need to do. And obviously we have the free version here, but you can see the SEO issue, multiple meta descriptions on the same page. The issue is on 102 pages, which is every single page. Let's see what we can do here by going to ChatGPT. And I hope you didn't think that I was going to leave our chat buddy and our AI assistant out of this. As you can see, I've already asked, are you able to help fix SEO issues that are reported to me by Ubersuggest? And of course, it answered, yes, I can definitely help you address SEO issues. Please share the specific SEO issues that Ubersuggest has reported, and I'll provide tailored advice on how to address them. Of course, you can see 5 different things here that it stated that would probably be an issue. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We'll feed it the SEO issue that Ubersuggest gave us. Let's just go ahead and say this for clarity and to be specific. The SEO issue from Ubersuggest, multiple meta descriptions on the same page, and then we will provide the pages that it gave us and see what ChatGPT, and of course we have the Brainwork plugin still enabled. So we'll see if it calls Brainwork, and yes, it did. And we'll see what ChatGPT can tell us and help us along with this issue. Of course, if we were focused on the issue here, or the issue that Ubersuggest has given us, it also has this, what is this and how do we fix it? And of course, it gave us this little link right here to an Neil Patel article, I would most likely assume. And yes, how to write click-worthy meta descriptions every single time. And this is going to be a high-level article or a post here on meta descriptions. And this may be something with Grooveblog that is causing the issue. I mean, it is pretty straightforward what a meta description is, and you're putting that description and you're saying what the content is about for every blog post, or at least that was my understanding of what we were trying to accomplish. So we have that article. If we go back to that, so we have that to reference as well here inside of Ubersuggest, but I'm hoping for a little more information from what we shared here inside of ChatGPT. And you can see here that Brainwork is coming back and it's giving us the analysis, and it has returned duplicate meta tags. The page has multiple meta descriptions, which is the issue reported by Ubersuggest. Each page should only have one meta description. This is a brief summary of the page content that appears in search engine results. Having multiple meta descriptions can confuse search engines and may negatively impact your SEO. Okay, so I get that. I thought it was saying that we had the same meta description across, or was using the same meta description on every post, or it was saying we should. A little confusing on the analysis there, but let's go ahead and say or see how we can fix this. You can see here that Brainwork is stuck in a loop. I don't think it's the individual plugins. I think it's just the plugins themselves and ChatGPT, how it gets stuck in this loop. So let's go back and see if we can decipher this and see where it starts. Oh no, it was actually proceeding with the other URLs and I stopped it. So that's my fault. Sorry about that, ChatGPT. I apologize. You were doing the right thing. You were continuing to move along, but it looks like it's the same information for each one. So we'll go ahead and break this down here and see what it said. So it said duplicate meta tags. This page has multiple meta descriptions. To fix these issues, you should ensure that each page only has one meta description. This can usually be set in the SEO settings of your website. So of course, probably know that that's going to be an issue. Please note that these are general suggestions and the specific steps to implement them may depend on the platform your website is built on. If you need more specific advice, please let me know what platform you're using. And then it moves on to the next one, which I thought it was stuck in a loop, as I've seen that in the past, but it was actually moving on to the next post, which was categories. And yeah, so this is all the ones that Ubersuggest gave us without getting a subscription were just the categories. But it looks like that this is probably going to be an issue with Grooveblog. So if we were to go back to Grooveblog in the settings, I know we have here OG and meta settings. I entered this meta description for the blog post right here, but it looks like maybe if you go to the site itself, and then once the page loads, what we'll do is we'll open up and view the source. And here you can see the source, and we're going to just search for meta and see what meta description we have here. Here is meta description. So we're going to go ahead and search for description. Here we have in the head, we have a meta description. And then here we have a script that's giving us a meta description. So most likely it's probably this and this. So we have it in the head tag as well as we have it in the description of the main page. And it looks like it is the same thing. So it's showing up there twice. I'm not sure that that's what the issue is. Of course, description. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, meta property. So meta name, description, meta name, content. So we have it showing up here in the head, and we also have it showing up here in a script. So it's showing up twice as meta name description and also in this script, which appears to be something, who knows, maybe something from Google Tag Manager or maybe something from Grooveblog. We're going to have to do a little investigation into this as well as play around with these settings, maybe delete it here. And I'm not sure where else it would be pulling that information. Of course, for the post, when we make a post, when we go into the post and we click open editor, we have our excerpt down here that we enter, which if you scroll down and take a look, that becomes metadata down here. So that could be part of it if it's identifying it for a post. But if you go back to ChatGPT before I cut it off, it was saying that these are category pages. And we go back to Ubersuggest, these are the category pages. But if we go back to the overall audit, or no, we want to go back to the dashboard. Here we were looking at 102 pages. So that's basically all of our pages. So what I'm going to do at this point is take the information that we have here from Ubersuggest, as well as the information, even before I cut it off, but the information here from Brainwork and ChatGPT, and I'm going to get that back to Groove to see what they have to say about that error or that issue. Obviously, it didn't keep us from getting indexed, but it might keep us from getting ranked. So I'm going to address that with Groove support and see what they do, because I'm pretty sure that, like it said here, or we might try this while we're here. Please note that these are general suggestions and the specific steps to implement these them may depend on the platform you're built on. If you need more specific advice, please let me know what platform you're using. So I'm going to ask, I'm using Grooveblog. Can you give me more specific advice on duplicate meta tag issues? Sure, I can provide more advice for resolving the duplicate meta tag issues on Grooveblog. Duplicate meta descriptions can occur due to a variety of reasons. Here are some causes and their solutions. Multiple meta tag descriptions. Check your page's HTML to see if there are multiple meta description tags. If there are, remove the extra ones. In Grooveblog, you can do this by going to the page editor and checking the HTML code. So we did that by looking at the code, but it's not actually telling me how to do it. And here, I don't think it's really giving me information because it's calling and it's saying plugins and it's talking about themes. Of course, here you have dynamic pages, but I don't think this is specific to Grooveblog. Please note that while I'll strive to provide accurate information, the specific steps might vary slightly depending on the version of Grooveblog you're using and any customizations you've made. If you're unsure about anything, I recommend reaching out to Grooveblog support for assistance, and that is what we'll do. If you're having fun, if this was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's update, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.